Genopets, and so that as soon as we finish this call, everything is clear already. And we're really hoping that you guys would be open as well to your questions so that we would know how to address them. Okay, so if you're shy and you don't want to talk, we have a group chat here. Just type in your questions, and we have JP and Fendi who will be taking note of those questions and open it up for the team. Okay, Gemma. Let's give them 2 minutes more, and then we'll start. Okay.
Come in, come in.
Do we have friends from India here?
Jasper Ankit. He's from India, I believe.
All right. Welcome, welcome. If you have friends that are part of our scholarship program, you can let them know so that they'll be able to understand the updates, or they can ask questions if they have some clarifications. So I highly encourage you guys to join. So if you do have friends um that are in our scholarship program, let them know now so that they can join. And this is really very important update with the drastic changes from Genopets. So um as a community here in EAG, we would like you, or we would like you to um give your feedback so that we can strategize as one team. So yeah, let's just wait for more time for others to join. But yeah, yeah, I think Lodem would like to sing. Go for it.
Okay, so I think um, it's already time. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So good morning, everyone. So before we start, I'd like to open this one up that this conversation that we're gonna be having for tonight is an open discussion, as I've said earlier. So the flow of our conversation is that I'm gonna first discuss what are the changes being implemented by the Genopets team? And that's the first part of the discussion so that everybody would get to understand what those changes are. Because there are two major changes. And then the second part of our discussion is going to be about strategy on what are the actions that each of us will be doing moving forward to ensure that both the AAG and the community and also the Genopets team are going to be able to benefit and adjust to these drastic changes like what Omar mentioned about. Okay, so I would really encourage everyone to be very open. If you have any questions and you're shy to raise it in the call, then we have an available chat box here below, so just type them in. And then we have the rest of the admins with us here. We have Nat, we have Fanny, we have Nick, we have Omar, Jason, um, and the rest of the AG admin team who is going to be with everyone as we go through this. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me know if you are seeing them already. Are you guys seeing my screen now?
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you. So the first thing that we're going to be discussing is about harvesting efficiency. So as I mentioned earlier, there are two major changes that Genopets implemented. The first one already happened last September 26th. I believe that was Monday, this Monday. And then the next one, which is the step efficiency, is going to be effective by next week, Monday. Okay, so first gonna give everyone an overview on what are the changes and what is harvesting efficiency all about. Okay, so harvesting efficiency is basically your or everyone's habitat as soon as it gets assigned to every scholar, the lifetime of the habitat, which is about 90 days, would start decaying. Okay, so that will start decaying, and that's really part of their existing process. Okay, you may not observe it, but in the back end, that's really happening. So it will only take about 90 days, and then the habitat will expire. And once it expires, AAG team or your administrators will then reactivate or repair those habitats, so that will repair those habitats so that our scholars will be able to use them again. Okay, so what is happening right now is that the Genopets team have observed that because it will take about 90 days before the habitat expires, as an organization, AAG, the plan of action we initially put in is that we will be refining it towards the end or the middle of the lifespan of your habitat. So on the 45th day, that's when we start repairing each and everyone's habitat. Hello, guys. Are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So that's basically our initial plan, and this is something that the Genopets team did not anticipate, because their anticipation is that as soon as the habitat is used on a daily basis, all organizations with the Genopets team will also repair the habitats on a daily basis. Okay, so that's where the disconnect is. So, because they wanted that to happen, when you talk about harvesting efficiency, they implemented the process, which is this one. Okay, so say for example, originally for each of the habitats, so if you have single habitat, double habitat, and triple habitat, these are the amount of keys that you get to harvest maximum. So we have 50, 110, and 165. Now, this is the original amount of key everyone gets to harvest previously. With the implementation of the efficiency or habitat efficiency, if we don't repair your habitat on a daily basis, what will happen is that instead of getting 50 key, our scholars will only be able to harvest 75% of that, which is 37.5. If we don't repair your habitats for 2 days, what will happen is that you will only be able to harvest about 25 key, and then and so on until on the fourth day. If we don't repair your habitats, nobody will be able to harvest anything, even if you have 10,000 energy banked on your account. Okay, so that's basically the process they implemented. They are forcing, they put a process in place that will force everyone that all scholars' habitat will be repaired daily so that everyone will get to maximize their harvesting potential. So that's one of the things that they implemented. So are we clear so far about this? Questions, clarifications?
Ako ng manok pati yung ulam ng ano. Ay, bumili ka ng saka. Oo,
Any
meron.
questions, clarifications about this process? So right now, basically our scholars doesn't have to do anything. Why? Because this is only being done in the back end. The owners of the habitat are the no, the scholars are just doing the same thing, making movements, counting steps, and then they harvest. But in the back end, what we are doing is we are repairing the habitats on a daily basis. Okay, so no actions requested from everyone about this. It's on us as your administrators. So, any questions before we proceed to the next topic? Clear so far? So I think we're all clear. So the next thing that we will be discussing is, I'm sorry, may have to request everyone to place their mics on mute. Otherwise, if you have any questions, you may unmute yourselves. Thank you. I appreciate that. So moving on, the second process that the Genopets team are going to implement is step efficiency. Okay, so what does it mean when they say step efficiency? So, practically, right now, if I'm a scholar as well, and I do run about 4,000 or 5,000 steps on a daily basis. And what will that give me is for 5,000 steps, that will basically give me about 4,300 or 4,400 energy. And I think everybody has this experience as well, so it's not too far of a difference. It's not too far of a difference, your steps and also when you convert it to energy, right? So I think it's a yes. So that's the current process right now. Okay, so if they are going to implement this, which is going to be this coming Monday, what's going to happen is that for every, so let me go back here, this one. Okay. So for every for what do you call this? For every step that everyone will be doing, there's an equivalent number of energy that we will be able to earn. So say for example, um for level 1, for level 1, if you have 10,000 steps taken, if you convert that to energy, that will only give you about 1,429 energy. Okay, so as compared to what's happening right now, if I have 5,000, that will give me 4,000 plus. But if this gets implemented come Monday, what will happen is that your 10,000 steps for a level 1 will give you 1,429 energy. The higher your level is, say for example, you are already at level 10 right now, your 10,000 steps will be converted to 2,415 energy. And the higher your level, say 15, the higher the conversion unit is going to be. Okay, so that is going to be the new update. If we're gonna go ahead, I mean, come Monday, which is next week. Okay, so that is why one of the things that we are asking from everyone right now is that until Monday. So the it's going to be effective. That's gonna be our Monday end of day PST, and in the Philippine time, that's about 9 a.m. Tuesday. For Indonesia, that is 8 a.m. Tuesday. So we basically have until Monday. Make sure that you will not have, or everyone will not have, any pending or banked energy left in their accounts. The reason behind that is because, say for example, I have bank 100,000 energy. Remember, so say just 10 energy, 10K and steps. So I bank in 10,000 steps. With the old process, I should have around 9,000 energy. Now, after Monday, what will happen is that your 9,000 energy will be adjusted into this rate based on your level. So if you're level 1 and you left your 9,000 energy in your account, what will happen is that you will wake up and it will be down to 1,429 energy only. Why? Because they base it on the fact that you bank on 10,000 steps and that you should only have 1,429 energy and not 9,000. Okay? So that means that starting today up until Monday next week, what we need to do is that we just bank or harvest the maximum key that we are providing or able to harvest. Anything excess of that should go to leveling up our Genopets so that when the new update is effective, you are already at around level 10 or level 15 and you run around 10K or anything less, at least you will still be able to meet the required amount of energy to bank on and harvest your 50K. Clear so far or any questions?
Roy has a question in the chat.
Thank you, JP. So, Roy, my Genopet level is level 15. How many energy will I get when I convert 20K steps? Okay, that's a very good question, Roy. So, on top of this, I want everyone to understand that there is basically a certain cap. Okay, there's a certain limit or a cap, maximum cap, that you can get in terms of energy depending on your level. Say, for example, if Roy is currently at level 15 right now, Roy can only get a maximum of 3,968 energy, even if he's able to save up, say, 20,000 steps. I have 20,000 steps. I will convert it. The maximum that it will get converted is just about 3,968. If I have a single habitat, yes, I will have enough energy that I will be able to use to harvest on that day. Otherwise, whatever is the extra, I can use it the following day. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Roy. Any other questions or clarifications? So we have, sir, so many members have two habitats. So how we harvest daily because we need daily 12K energy to harvest two sub-habitat. Okay, for Jasper, I totally understand your concern. Thank you for raising that. So for individuals, say for example, for individuals with dual habitats or two habitats or say triple habitats, there's a different requirement for that. And say, for example, for dual habitat, you will basically be required to have 5,500 energy, okay? So that you can get the maximum 110 key. However, for you to be able to get your 5,500 maximum um, energy on a daily basis, you basically have to be at around this level, level 18. So if you have level 18 and you're able to run and get this amount of energy, this is the maximum that you can get. And if it requires you 5,000, I'm sorry, 5,500 energy, then you still have excess amount of energy that you can use to add up for the next day. So our advice here is don't just settle for what is the minimum. So if you are dual habitat, you might want to settle for more than level 18, say level 22, because even if you run the same amount of energy, say you run for 10,000 steps, your 10,000 steps, I'm sorry, you can actually get maximum of 20 energy. So if you have 20,000 energy, you will be able to save up a couple for the next following days, even if you don't run the following day. So do not just settle for the equivalent number of energy and level. You have to go more and make sure that you will be able to save a couple of remaining energy that you will be able to use for the following day. So I hope that answers your question. And Kate, level 22 is the safest level to gain more energy. I agree with Pika Pika. So yes, that's correct. So it's not definitely a requirement as of the moment. So we are still trying to determine the actual requirement, but we agree that level 22 is the safest level to gain more energy. Okay. And I have 50 energy in my account. I need to convert it all to XP before Monday. So for Shinsei, so you mentioned that you have 50K. So if you have 50K energy on your account, you basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 days. If you are still going to add more um, steps, um, what you have to do is just save up at little, just so you will have something that you can use to harvest daily. Whatever is the excess of that, then yes, make sure that before Monday, okay, so before Monday, you should not have any energy left on your bank. Okay, so so what I can do is perhaps if I have 100K energy on my account, so what I will do is that I will just continue to harvest today, tomorrow, choose Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday I will harvest again maximum key, and then whatever is the excess of that, if I have 80,000 remaining energy, I will use all my 80,000 to increase the level of my Genopet. Okay. I hope that that helps out. Will 25% share stay permanent? Okay, so Muchi, thank you very much for raising that question. Yes, the 25% share will stay permanent, but we'll see and talk about that if there's any changes that's gonna happen on a moving forward basis after the new process is going to be implemented. Okay. Any other questions? If my pet is level 8, how much energy do I need to grind to become level 22? Okay, so this is a tricky question. Thank you very much for this. So basically, so I'd like to share something. So right now, okay, so this is, let me just, one moment. Okay, so currently, okay, with our existing process right now, okay, with our existing process right now, if you are at level 8, if you are at level 8, so if you're at level 8 and you wanted to get level 2, this is the required energy or experience on each level before you get to a higher level. Say Existing process is your level 1. You wanted to go to level 2, then you need 10,000 steps. Okay, so that's I'm sorry, not 10,000 steps, 10,000 experience. Okay, if you are already at level 2 and you wanted to get to level 3, you will need 11,800
Po.
experience to get to the next level. That's for the existing process.
Po.
For the new process, I'm sorry,
Ada itu tuh.
I'm sorry, you may have to place yourself on mute.
Oh
Thank
ya.
you. So this is the existing process right now. Now, with the new process, what's going to happen is that if you are after Monday, okay, after Monday, and you are currently at level 8, you will notice that there is a significant decrease in the number of experience required to step up to the next level. So, say for example, if you're from level 8, in the current process, it will require you 26,600 experience to move to level 9. But after Monday, if you're at level 8, it will require you 5,896 only to move up into the next level. Okay? But again, in the new process or in the new process, what will happen is that it will require a lot more steps to get lesser energy. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Pika Pika. Um, what will happen that what will happen to scholars that cannot reach their energy requirement for harvesting key? Okay, so there's basically two different plan of actions that we will be doing moving forward. Okay, so the first plan of action is starting today after this call until Monday next week. Okay, so again, the new process will take effect. That's gonna be end of Monday, PST time. Okay, PST. In Philippine time or Indonesia time, that's about Tuesday following day and 8 a.m. for Indonesia, 9 a.m. for the Philippines. So basically, we have until Monday to work on this. So, starting today up until Monday, what we are going to be doing as scholars is to make sure that we continue to harvest. And then, as soon as we do harvest, whatever is the excess, or if we want to still run and accumulate a lot of energy because it's really faster to accumulate a lot of energy, whatever is the access of that, then we can use those to increase the level of my Genopets. There shouldn't be any energy left on my bank on Monday evening or Tuesday morning. Okay, that's one.
Hmm.
That's basically before the update. Okay, so what is now going to happen after the update? Okay. So after the update, okay, after the update, what's going to happen is that um there is going to be, remember the decay that I was talking about, this one, okay? The decay that I was talking about this time is what's going to happen after Monday is that we will make sure or we encourage everyone that the priority is going to ensure that everyone level ups their genopets. Okay. So if you are already on a certain level, say for example, for level, for a single habitat, your level is at level 15. So that means that you will have enough energy already to cover your daily harvesting. And that means that we will then repair already your habitat so that you can already start earning. Okay, you can already start your harvesting. For those that are not able to meet the minimum requirement, to start harvesting, what's going to happen is that this is going to continuously decay. So that means that on Tuesday, you will still be able to get the entire 50. By Wednesday, you will be able to only get 3750. But again, this is going to be decaying until Friday. You will really not be able to harvest, and all the energy that you have already saved up will go to increasing the level of your genopets. And once you have already reached the level 15, then that's the time that we will repair your habitat. And once your habitat is repaired, then you will be able to start harvesting again. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. What will happen if I not to convert all? So for Ian, the problem here is that if you decide not to convert all your 50 K energies, it will not necessarily go to zero, but it will definitely go down by about 90%. So if you have 50K, what is going to be left after the update is just around 5K energy. So it's just going to be a waste of your energy. So we highly suggest that you really use those to harvest, and whatever is remaining, use everything to upgrade your energy, your Genopets. Okay? Yes, that's correct. This is correct. Well, I'm checking for the other questions here. As I observed in DC, for example, you have 50K, you will have 50K energy. That actually depends. So there's no specific number, okay? And the reason behind that is because it depends on your level. So if you're a level one, the difference of reduction is about 90%. So from 10K, if you have 10K, it will go down to 1000 energy. But if you're a level, say for example level 10, then it will not be as low as 1K, but perhaps you will get 4K. So it really depends on the level. Okay, so I hope that clarifies things. What will happen to the scholars if they can't harvest maximum key every day because of the low genopet? Okay, so what's going to happen? Thank you for raising this question, Flash Pro. So we basically keep the accounts under your name. Okay, we're not gonna be removing those accounts, not unless you surrender them over to us. Okay, regardless if you're gonna be able to maximize the harvesting or not, those accounts are going to be under your name. The problem right now is that um, if you're not going to be able to maximize the harvesting of the key, we cannot use the. Remember that you have your scholar share and we have the manager share. Let's say you're only able to harvest 20 key. So the 20 key, you get a portion of that, and we also get a portion of that. Our portion is not going to be enough to repair your habitat. That is why what's going to happen is that your habitat will eventually decay until you will no longer be able to harvest, and and that would mean that any energy that you have saved up should go to improving the level of your pet. And once you are already in the right level, you can already request us to reactivate your habitat and use our resources to reactivate, and you can start harvesting already. So I hope that answers your question, Flash Pro. So currently, we have one from Nile. So currently, I have three habitats, and based on the new requirement, my level I can only attain to harvest on level two habitat, basically removing my sub habitats to attain harvest daily. So basically, like I said, we don't necessarily remove your third or your second habitat, those will remain under your accounts. But there's no use for them because since you're not able to harvest, we don't have that key or we don't have that AEG share to use to repair your habitat. So it's really a cycle. So if you're not going to be able to meet the required level, you cannot fully maximize your habitat. If you're not able to harvest maximum, then we don't have any key in return to use to repair those habitats. So it will stay on your account, but it will not be useful at all. You cannot harvest at all. So you will use those energy to um, increase the level of your genopet. Okay? There is no need to remove them. It will just stay on the account and then you can just harvest them. Can we do the harvest till Monday and level up our pet? I'm not sure I get the context of this. So, for Ankit, two ways that you can do. You you harvest daily, and then whatever is the excess, you increase the level of your pet, or you just harvest daily maximum on Monday. Whatever is the total remaining energy, you use it to level up your pet. So all together method, or you do it on a daily basis. I hope that answers your question. It means that by Monday, we need to be at level 15. It is not enforced, okay? It is not required that immediately you will be at level 15 by Monday, okay? But if you will be on level 15 by Monday, you basically will not have as much challenge or difficulty adjusting to the new update. So if you have the resources right now and the time right now to get to level 15 before Monday, we highly encourage you to do it. And then after the effective date on Monday, then it's not going to be difficult for you going along with the new process. But if you're not going to be able to do it, we definitely will not be forcing you to do it. But again, you will definitely be challenged and impacted on Monday, and it's gonna be a lot difficult for you as well. What it says is level up your pet. What to do is level up your pet. Can I go that, sir? Okay. Any other questions or clarifications that you guys may have that we may have missed out? Okay. For Shinsi, what are the new requirements if we want to apply for another sub habitat? So this one, so we haven't identified yet what is the requirement, the actual requirement and final requirement to get a new sub habitat. But if you're gonna look at this particular table here, if you're gonna be on level 20, if you're gonna be on level 20, this is the total amount of energy that you will be able to get daily, or the maximum amount. If you're gonna be on level 2, that's I mean 22, so that's just two levels forward. That's actually twice already the maximum energy that you will be able to save up, which is about 20k energy. So we are currently looking at this at 22, but it's definitely up for discussion yet. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Till Monday level up pets. Yes. Thanks. Grind till Monday to level up the pets. Yes, we highly encourage that. Um, Level 10 Genopets, 10,000 equivalent to 3.7 HO. What if I can go 20,000? Okay. So for this one, so Chris, I appreciate the question. So you mentioned that level 10 Genopets will give you 3,751 energy with 10,000 steps. What if you do 20,000 steps? The answer is that you will not get additional 3,751 energy. Why? Remember that on each level, there is a certain cap on the amount of energy that you will be able to convert. So once you reach that certain cap, the rest of your steps or energy will just be put into waste if you want to still convert it uh into um into your energy. So we highly encourage that those excess steps will be converted or will be used instead. So say for example you have 371, I don't think you will be able to, so you can run 20,000, but only 10,000 will be converted to get your equivalent, what you call this, energy. And then use the 2.5 to harvest key, and the rest use it for your energy. If you run beyond that and you already maximize your energy cap, I don't think that it will be, there's still a purpose for the remaining 10,000 steps. No, the 10,000, there is no, there is no maximum steps required. It's really the cap. How many steps are required to reach your cap? So once you reach the cap already, then you might want to stop, not necessarily stop moving, but make extra effort to move so that you can reach your cap. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Can we just replace our habitat, sir, into level 1 to be more focused on leveling up and if reach 22? So if you are we cannot bring down your, we cannot bring down the level of your pet. Whatever level you are currently at right now, you start from there and level it up until you reach level 22. The habitat that we have is secondary habitat or level 2 type of habitat. So if you are already at level 2 habitat,
Seems like you're breaking right now, Carl. Yeah, some technical errors, guys. So yeah, let's just wait. So just keep your questions input. If you're not able to talk, yeah, you can use the chat box.
okay. Unfortunately,
Hello, Carl.
Yeah, I think Carl is breaking up, having um
how
internet
about now?
internet issues.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, your connection's still so bad, Carl.
Yeah, let's move on while waiting for Carl. So,
Yeah,
um,
who has
Flash,
a very good question?
yeah, Flash Bros question. Can we just replace our one habitat? Yeah, I think Carl was gonna answer this one. We don't have any level one habitat. What we have is 3,000 level twos and 100 level threes habitat. Just to, you know, be transparent to all of you guys. So that's the question. So yeah, actually, uh, Pika Pika, much better if we only have level three habitats, so we can focus on level up on more. So yeah, I think this is pretty similar to the above question. Um, reduce and adjust the new conversion. Example, your saving energy will reduce to 25K, but at the update, many things that the bad scenario, your energy maybe become 10K. Any suggestion or strategy to reach level 22 fast and safe? The example, my Genopet level 15, how much steps daily I must do to get fast to level 22? All right. So to answer this question, um, I highly suggest that if you're already in level 15, um, just level up your pet as fast as you can. Just make sure there will be no cheating at all, because if the Genopets algorithm will caught you, then basically your account will be banned. So how much steps daily I must do to get fast to level 22? Ah, I I I I cannot really give you the exact numbers on how much steps, but what I can really suggest is just move and then focus on leveling up your pet before the update. Hope Ryu, I hope I answer your question. Much better if we record sub habitat if they reach level 2. Yes. This is not final yet. That level 2 is our requirement for you guys to have sub habitat. We are really trying to strategize not only uh in a beneficial, one one-sided benefit only, which means the management, but we are also looking into consideration about our scholars, our community. So because, like for example, I we calculated this one earlier. So let's say on Monday, you will be in level 10, and then in order for you, this is after the update, okay? So in order for you to reach level 22, you have to have 10K steps per day for 4 months for you to get level 22. So that's really the challenge there because as Carl mentioned earlier about the max cap energy. So yeah, that's really the challenge there. I hope I answer your question, Pika Pika. Can we Jasper and Kit, can we do that? We do not harvest till Monday and level up the pet. Yeah, it's well, if in my opinion, really, um, just level up the pet. We already taking the hit of this update, to be honest, and to be transparent with you guys. It's really hurting with AAG. But we have to take care of our scholar. So it's kind of painful, but yes, we are allowing you to, you know, do not harvest if you chose to level up the pet. But if you have the, luxury to move a lot, you can harvest and then level up, and the rest of the energy, the energy you saved up, you can level up the pet. But yes, it's very painful for AAG, and of course we should be able to take care of our scholars as well. Sir Carl, can you remove the existing sub-habitat on our account if one habitat is all I want?
Yes.
Um,
Sorry. Go
uh,
ahead, Mar.
oh yeah. So yeah, Carl is back, so I'll give back
It's okay. Go
the.
ahead. Sure.
All right. So yeah, Sir Carl, can you remove the existing sub-habitat on our account if one habitat is all I want? Hmm. Is there effect, guys? We're gonna
So I
remove those. Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead, Carl.
Hi. I'm sorry, guys. I got disconnected earlier. So this is just like um so we haven't actually thought about this existing question that you have, Pika Pika. But the way that we see things is that so if you have single habitat and you maximize 50 key on that energy, that means that that's what you're getting after a couple of days. But if you have two habitats and you're able to maximize it, you're actually getting extra 10%. So if you are gonna be focusing on increasing the level of your pet and you wish us to remove that habitat, extra habitat from you, then yes, we will oblige and remove that habitat from your account. So I hope that answers your question. And for Rio, example, after the update, suddenly I finally level up my Genopets to level 22. What habitat um, will or what habitat can I get? If you're referring to the level of habitat, so we basically have only 100 level 3 habitats, and it's gonna go to it's gonna be distributed um, first come basis, or whoever gets to level 22 first, then we'll distribute at level 3 ahead, depending on how many level 3 habitats we have available. Yes. So, Karaka, to be clear, we are not allowed to harvest till Monday to focus level. Not necessarily not allowed. Okay, so to answer that, not necessarily that you're not allowed, but you are encouraged to increase the level of your pet. If you may be missing on harvesting, we take the hit. If you wish to do both at the same time, we would appreciate it, but we're not strictly telling you that you're not allowed to harvest. Okay? If you can do one, then that's okay. If you choose the other, that's fine. If you want to do both, that's definitely great. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. You just have to make sure that by Monday, end of day, there shouldn't be any energy left on your account. Okay. Flash Pro, can we have a form to be answered for those who want sub habitats to be removed? We're not gonna be issuing any forms for that. Just reach out to any of our admins, and will definitely oblige removing extra habitats from your account. Would you prefer to have it removed as early as today until Monday, or after the update is going to be reflect or after the update will take effect? So just let us know. You can DM us as early as now. We'll take note of those accounts, and then we'll remove your extra habitats depending on your preference. Okay. First come, first serve basis. Yes, thank you, Rio. First come, first serve basis. Correct. 100 habitats level 3, first come, first serve basis. Okay, so here's an existing question from Ace08. How about my application to Sub Habitat? So we really appreciate that you're able to reach the general qualifications to get the Sub Habitat. But if we're gonna look at the existing table right now, if you are going to be at level 8, say for example, and we are very much willing to give you that sub habitat, but we have to inform you ahead that if you are going to be at level 8, and then the maximum cap of 2100 energy on a daily basis, I don't think that's going to be enough to put in or to I don't think you will have enough energy to use to harvest for 2 habitats. So it's like there is basically or practically no purpose at all giving you a second habitat if your max energy level is only at 2400. So you might want to use the extra energy that you have saved up to level up your pet, and as soon as you're able to hit that level, then we'll definitely be more than happy to give you that sub habitat without requiring you to save any more energy at all. Okay, I hope that answers your question. If we choose to remove my sub habitat, can I keep my level 3 habitat and remove the level 2? We'll discuss this with the admin who's gonna be taking out that habitat if that's gonna be okay. So don't worry, guys. These questions that you have put here in the chat room, we are taking note of this, and our admins are also writing this down. So we'll definitely get back to you on your questions, and we will create a document, Q&A document, FAQs, so that for those that were not able to join this session, they can just browse through that document and get the same answers that we have provided you. Okay. I have already 50K energy and level 8. So, yes, I think that's correct. So, if you are at level 8, your maximum energy that you will be able to save up is about 2,100. So, if you have two habitats, the requirement for two habitats to maximize key is about 5,500, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's really the energy that you can save up daily is too low. So you may want to increase the level of your habitat, Genopets first. Thank you, but I really appreciate you being able to reach that level. I know it was really challenging, difficult. So just put those energy in great use, level up your pet. Okay. Any other questions? No requirement, lads. We will be publishing the new requirements later on. After this call, we will be setting those applications, forms and requirements. Okay, so after this call, a couple of hours after, what will happen is that we will be sending out the form, and the form will contain the necessary requirements when you will be able to get your second habitat. Once you're able to reach that certain level, you fill up the form just like the usual process. Once you fill up the form, we'll assign your sub habitat ASAP. Okay, I know that there are some of you who are already more than 15, or there are some of you who are already more than 22 or level 22. Then you may go ahead and get those forms filled up already. Okay? So, any more questions that I may have missed out or clarifications, guys?
Nagalitan.
So I really hope that this has been a very enlightening and productive discussion, guys. I want you guys to know that right up until this moment, we are still continuing to communicate with Genopets. There were a lot of concessions and agreement that we are offering them just to make sure that it's not gonna be as hard as this new process that they're about to implement. Okay, so we are with you in these concerns that you have, and we are constantly in communication with the Genopets team. The reason why we are setting these expectation with everyone is because we wanted to ensure that if in case they are really going to proceed and implement it on Monday, everyone is already ready and all set. Expectations are all good. If in case that they're gonna make some changes, postpone the release of the update, then that's gonna be on our benefit. So at least as early as now, we already know what we have to prepare for, and we have ample time to really catch up on that. Okay, so don't worry. As soon as we have new updates from the Genopets team, we will definitely cascade this to everyone, and get everyone onboarded on what that update may be. Okay, so I really appreciate everyone's time here on this call.
Carl,
Yes, but yes.
yeah, were you able to mention about like after the update will no longer repair?
Yes. So, what's gonna happen? So, I'd like to reiterate this one. Okay. So, remember that the first process that the Genopets team implemented is really the decay of your habitat. Okay. So, with the new update coming in, what's gonna happen is that it will require a lot of energy to get a minimum amount. It will require a lot of steps to get the minimum energy that you can use to harvest. And there's a cap depending on the level. So what's gonna happen is that if you're not gonna be able to harvest, because of those requirements, your habitat will start decaying. And if there is no harvest coming from the scholars, and there's gonna be no scholar and the management share, there's gonna be no key that we will be able to use to prepare your habitat. So it will really come to a point that until you reach a certain level wherein you can already harvest, your what you call this, your habitats will remain dormant. It will just stay there on the account, but again, you will not be able to harvest because of the decay of that habitat. So that's why we're gonna send out a form as soon as you reach that level. You fill up the form, and then we will reactivate those habitats that you have on the account, using our existing resources to add on and reactivate those. Okay, so I hope that's clear for everyone. So after the update is going to happen, because it's okay that you're not going to be able to harvest. It's okay that you're not forced to harvest at all. Just focus on increasing the level of your habitat, and because you focus on that, your account will remain not harvested for 4 days, and it will be not harvested for quite some time. Then once you reach the level, reach out to us through the forms, and we will reactivate those if you meet the criteria already. Okay, so I hope that's clear for everyone after the update. So the focus really is to increase the levels of our pet um, prior and after the harvest. I'm sorry, the update on Monday. Okay. Let me go through the questions. Sorry, give me the level of pet. Ace, I highly suggest, if I were you, is that I will use it to level up my pet if that 50 key energy is already on your account right now. So use it to level up your pet. What's going to happen if you will keep it until until Monday next week, is that your 50k energy will be down perhaps to 20 or 30k, and it's a loss on your end. But at least if you have that 20k energy, then you can still use that to level up using the new requirement already. But there's no guarantee it's going to be that much, but it will definitely decrease. Yes. Regarding the value of the key, if it's going to pump, I think that's speculative. There is really no exact person or individual who will be able to determine that. Um, but considering these changes is going to be implemented, there's going to be little to no key in the market eventually. So I guess we just have to see and find out. So it really depends when you plan to upgrade your pet. So you can save up enough energy and update it on Monday in one update or leveling up of your pet. Or if you want, you can do it on a daily basis. Whatever is excess or whatever energy you have on your account, you just update it daily. That's on you. So today is 40 steps, my legs are not moving. Okay, yeah. Even if 10k steps, my legs are no longer moving. There's a question here. If and only if I have a level 22 Genesis Pet Scholar, can I apply for a new scholar? Definitely yes. Yes. Why not? So again, the beta codes application form is open. We are not going to be closing the beta codes application form. It's still open. If you have friends and relatives who you want to join, then you can share the beta code application form. It's still open. What is going to change is just really the requirement for distributing the habitat and the subhabitat. So I hope that answers the question.
I guess we have to wrap it up in 7 minutes, Carl.
Okay, sure, sure. So, so any questions or clarifications, guys? So three. Okay. So okay. So I think we're all good so far, right? So if there may be any questions or clarifications that may arise after this call, don't hesitate to get those questions put up in our group chat, and we'll definitely be more than happy to address those questions. Okay. So thank you very much again to our admins and the Genopets operators AG for your time and getting all our scholars on board. And for all the scholars, thank you as well for your time. And I know that we all can do this together so long as we're going to be helping out. Okay. So thank you again, guys, for your time. And ciao. Thank you and have a great day.